Hello and welcome to another video tutorial for Taz McCarthy. For Scratch, this one on using simple lists to make quizzes, in this case a music quiz. The way we've set this up is the way any computer program should run. It repeats repetitive tasks in a really simple way. You write the script once and you use variables so that same script works no matter what. So for this music quiz, several things you need to set up. One is to have underneath a character all of the sounds in order, and you need to pay attention to the number next to each one. So in this one we have 5 different pieces of music. These are just ones imported straight from Scratch. So number 1 is cave, number 2 is guitar, number 3 is eggs, and so forth. To match that we have 5 sprites, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We have 2 lists, one for artist, one for title, and once again, if I was doing this properly, I would have Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up as song number 1, Eminem, Not Afraid as song number 2. So once again, we're trying to match up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the songs here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the title 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with each sprite 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whatever songs you're doing, they all need to match on all of these areas. 2 other things, a variable to keep track of the song and a variable to keep track of the score. The way this works is really quite simple. All of these have exactly the same scripts. When the game starts, they're told to show. Just hide that. So when I hit the green flag, number 1 shows up, as does number 2, 3, 4, 5. It's all exactly the same. The other script each of these buttons has is to set the song to whatever number they represent. So sprite 1 is song number 1, so it sets the song variable to 1 and then sends a broadcast for play. Song number 2, button number 2 sets the song to number 2, same thing, sets it to play. Number 3 sets it to number 3, and so forth. So when the game starts, back on our quiz master, we reset the score in the song to 0 and we tell the user to pick a number. So let's test that now. Pick a number, and as we know, all of these are waiting to be clicked. As soon as we click, for instance, number 1, it's going to send a broadcast after setting the variable to 1, and then it's going to hide. Back on our quiz master, it's going to receive this play variable regardless of which one is set. But now it's going to do something fancy. It's going to play the sound song until done. Now a normal play sound block comes up with the name of all our different things, but this is where we get back to how they're numbered here. Just like with a costume or a background, you can switch to it or get it to play by the number next to it. So for instance, when we click number 1, all of a sudden the song is going to be set to number 1. Which means when we get back to here, it's going to play sound number 1 until done. And we can see sound number 1 is the cave. That one there. So let's click on it and test that it works. We should see the song change to number 1, and then it should play sound number 1. Okay, so our little clip plays. It was number 1, as per here, what we expected. And now it asks, who sings the song? Now this is where our lists come back into it. And it's waiting for the answer. And if the answer equals what we put in as item number 1, because that's what song is set to, of the artist list. So let's bring that up. So if the person types in number 1, Rick Astley from artist, then it'll say correct, and it'll ask them the name of the song. Might be easier to understand if we separate that. So if the answer is correct, it'll execute this code. If it's not, it's going to send a broadcast wrong, which up here just says that's not correct, sets the score to 0. If they are correct, it will say correct for 1 second, and then ask them the name of the song, and it's doing pretty much the same thing. If their answer equals item song of title, and song is set to 1 up here because that's what we set it to, So item 1, never going to give you up, then it'll say correct and add some points. Otherwise, it'll still be wrong. So let's test that. We'll hide our answer. So what I need to do is type in Rick Astley. It checks it, it's correct, so it asks what is the name of the song. And now if I type in never gonna give you up, it sends a broadcast for correct, and it says that is correct. It changed the score by 10. Now remember, when we click number 1, we told it to hide, so that way we can no longer click on it to have the song play again. So let's click number 5. What we're expecting to happen is the variable song will be set to number 5. So back on our Quizmaster, it'll play the Garden one. And then the correct answer will be number 5, Spice Girls, Spice Up Your Life. So let's test that. Click number 5. It sets the song for number 5 just here. Give it like 17 seconds for it to play. If you wanted it to ask immediately, instead of play sound into 1, it would just be play sound. Okay, so it asks again, same script, who sings the song? And I think it was the Spice Girls. Correct. And now let's get one wrong on purpose. Let's just type in some gibberish. And the answer is not going to equal item number 5 from title. So therefore it's going to broadcast wrong, and we should see it say this, set our score to 0, and then tell us to choose another. So let's put that in. I'm afraid that's not correct from up here. Score will go to 0, and it tells us to choose another. And we can repeat. So this time it sets it to number 3, plays sound number 3, which is eggs, and the correct answers will be Backstreet Boys, I Like It That Way. So you can set this up with as many as you like, as long as all of these match what you put in your 2 lists, and you have a button for each one. You could have another variable that keeps count of how many times a button has been pressed. Something like clicks, and every time one of these is pressed, we change the clicks by 1. So the clicks would start at 0 and go up by 1 every time. And then back on here, we know the end of the quiz is over when the clicks equals 5, because they've clicked each of these once. So good luck, customize it. Remember that if you have multiple costumes, you can switch to them in the same way. So you can tell it to switch to costume and put a number here instead. So say we wanted it to switch to costume 2, because that's what we're going to click, number 2. As this finishes playing, it's costume song, which is costume 2, and it just changed. So you can do this in exactly the same way, and good luck.